Elnaz Hajtamiri. Apparently, she also goes by the surname Tamiri. So Elnaz Tamiri or Elnaz Hajtamiri, 37. Iranian-born Elnaz was abducted on January 12th, 2022. Let me do this. At 8:30 p.m. by three black men dressed in police gear, but not in uniform. So I don't know what exactly that means. In police gear, okay, or like bulletproof vests, or what are you talking about? But not in uniforms, from Wasaga Beach in Canada. She's 37, 5'3", 160 centimeters, and a slim build. I quite like when they say slim build or medium build or heavy build instead of like the exact weight. You know, like sometimes the weight thing could be unrelatable. Of like, I mean, well, you have to look up what does 240 pounds look like, or 130 pounds, especially, of course, if you want global coverage. I mean, we work in kilograms over here, so I'm just like always converting. Like, what's so slim build? That makes sense. Shoulder length, black hair. Last seen wearing gray and black leggings and a long sleeve top. She was abducted from a relative's home. All right. Yes, we're looking at 3 missing persons cases today. 3. Let me know in the comments as well afterwards if it feels too intense to look at 3 at once. I just found that if we look at least, I mean, I deep dive these, so it's taking a little while. But if we look at a few of these in depth like this, we can really give them the coverage that they absolutely deserve. And there's so many missing persons cases that if I only did this on a Monday, we're not going to get through any of them. You know what I mean? So that's why I chose to do this. But let me know what you think, okay? I'm eager to know. And also, please go to my community tab and vote on the poll so that we can decide on which day I'm going to be doing the crime catch-ups. So Elnaz married a vet, okay? That word is always very hard for me. Veterinarian, a vet. Farnham Shapurifar in 2010, but he died in 2017. I couldn't find how he died or what, but maybe an illness or something. Elnaz used their savings to help build a school for young girls in an impoverished village in Iran in honor of her late husband. So this is a picture of her with her late husband. It sounds like a ransom thing, but then they didn't ask for any ransom. That's what's like absolutely baffling the police. Right? She moved from Iran to Canada in 2018 and found work in the import-export shipping industry. She recently left her job to focus on building a cake-making business. She also volunteered for charitable organizations. Now the timeline. On December 21st, 2021, the police were called about an assault in an underground parking garage on King William Crescent in Richmond Hill. Elnaz was attacked with a frying pan and was taken to the hospital, where she was treated for non-life-threatening injuries at the time. Police located the suspect's stolen vehicle, so they located the vehicle and then realized, oh my word, it's stolen, in Toronto, and an arrest was made. York Regional Police say 23-year-old Riyasat Singh was arrested Wednesday and charged with attempted murder, attempted kidnapping, possession of property obtained by crime over $5,000, and mischief under $5,000. A search warrant for a second suspect is still active. Elnaz had been staying with a relative in the Wasaga Beach following the attack because she was scared. After this, she was attacked with a frying pan, almost died. They say non-life-threatening injuries, but yet you can see the guy that was arrested was charged with attempted murder. Okay, so that's why she was scared. She stayed with relatives then. And 3 weeks later, on January 12th, 2022, at 8:30 p.m., 3 men abducted her from her relative's home. Trigger warning. Whoa. Sorry. Thank you for saying that, Karen Lee. Trigger warning. Of course, this content is for adults only, and I will be showing the picture. It's not too graphic, but it is a horrible picture after her attack. I am going to show the picture. Okay, so just brace yourselves. Nerdy Bunny's right here to help out if anyone's feeling triggered. Nerdy Bunny says it's going to be okay. Okay. Yes, there was an instance before. That's the thing. Like, if we look at the timeline, that's why I love timelines. I'm like, wait. Let's just back it up. What happened, when, and how? So, yes, so it was December 21st, and then 3 weeks later, on January 12th, she was abducted from her relative's home. Okay, so here's the picture. Hajtamiri suffered a head wound that required 35 to 40 stitches after she was beaten with a frying pan in her condo's underground parking garage. On the right-hand side, you can see the car that they then found. The guy in the car is, I believe, the one that they were arrested. The guy on the left, I think, is the other guy they're looking for, which I'll show you now again. So yes, this looked incredibly painful, and I mean, I think that's why he was charged with attempted murder. I don't think it's like, oh, she was just treated for, non-life-threatening injuries. Like, it seems life-threatening to me, but like, whoa, with a frying pan? Okay, I'm going on. Don't worry, Karen. We're moving right along now. So here you can see an arrest was made in assault of Elnaz Hajtamiri, Canada-wide warrant issued for a second man. So this picture right here next to me, police are searching for Harsh Deep Biner, 23, of Brampton for attempted murder, attempted kidnapping. So York Regional Police have arrested and charged Riyasat Singh, 23. So that's the one on the left that we saw. I think he's the one that was in the car. And they issued a Canada-wide arrest warrant for Harshdeep Biner, 23, of Brampton, right. So here you can see as well, that's also what they're sharing, hashtag bring Elnaz home. And they are sharing this Canada-wide warrant issued in connection for Elnaz Hajtamiri's assault. We are looking for Harshdeep Biner, 23, of Brampton. I'm going to put all the numbers on the screen at the bottom there now, so that you guys can see it. Now wait for this, Saleo. Wait till you see all these coincidences. We're about to deep dive now. Oh my word. Wait till you hear about the ex-boyfriend. And I'm like, what? Like, this is a red flag. Okay, so no ransom has been requested. Let me do this. Hold on, here I am. Nope. No ransom has been requested, and no one has heard from or seen Elnaz since she was forcibly taken from her relative's home on January 12th. The men who abducted her said that they had a warrant for her arrest. So that's how they knocked on the door, said they've got a warrant for her arrest. They had the police gear on, but then they dragged Elnaz out barefoot in the snow, threw her watch and cell phone in the snow, and took off in a white Lexus RX SUV. If you live in the area, please check your security cameras, because you just don't know what it caught. It could really honestly help a lot. Okay, so continuing on. All right, so here we go to this guy. Oh my word. Red flags all over the place. Mohammed Lilo, 34, is Elnaz's ex-boyfriend. I'm already going to say jealous much. Mohammed and Elnaz were in a romantic relationship that ended in October 2021. Back it up to the frying pan thing. That was in December. Okay, so they just broke up in October 2021. In December, she's attacked with a frying pan. But it gets worse. He was charged with criminally harassing her 9 days after her abduction. So let's figure that out. Mohammed had hired a private investigator around December 6th or 9th, the guy couldn't quite remember, to keep tabs on Elnaz. And then she was attacked on December 21st. And then she was abducted at a relative's house on January 12th. Coincidence? You know? Total red flag. Total. This is one of those that feels like if I can't have you, no one can. It feels like that, which is a very scary thought. All right. So to continue on, they say, it was organized and appears to be linked directly to the assault some 2 weeks prior, just before Christmas in Richmond Hill, said detectives. The PI, Gabriel Kojakaru, I hope I said that right, confirmed that Mohammed asked him to keep tabs on Elnaz at her Richmond home, and at the Wasaga Beach home, providing the addresses to monitor. A tracking device was found on a car that Elnaz had recently been leasing. 2 tracking devices had been previously discovered underneath her Lexus at dealerships when she took her car in for a service. This is just like, whoa, the red flags are everywhere. One of the sources said investigators with the firm conducted surveillance on January 10th and 11th, watching Elnaz outside the Wasaga Beach home where Hajtamiri was staying with relatives. An investigator, however, was called off on the morning of January 12th, the source said, the very same day that 3 men dressed in police gear forced their way into the house and abducted the 37-year-old Iranian immigrant. So there's all of that. So yes, the PI was hired to watch her. They watched her on the 10th and 11th. They confirmed that. And on the 12th, they were called off. Okay, so we're going to go more into that. Marika, thank you so much for your €4.99 Euro super sticker. That's cool. I don't know if I've had a Euro one before. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's obsession. I mean, that is... Some are getting tracking devices on her cars? Oh my word. Okay, so to continue on, the PI must know more. Now, we'll get more into that in a moment. They say this is the PI said he had another private investigator watching the home on the day of the abduction, but said the man left his shift by 6 p.m., just 2.5 hours before the abduction, because he's diabetic and went to get food and take his insulin shot. So I'm supposing the people that abducted her were watching when the PI would leave. They were waiting for that moment. One source who was not authorized to speak told CBC News that another surveillance expert contracted by Investigations Plus, who had worked previous night shifts, was called off that morning. It's unclear why. When asked about the fact that no one was watching the home at the time of the abduction, Kojakaru, the PI, said it was just a coincidence. He said no one had specifically asked him to remove surveillance. Doodlebug Lori, thank you so much for your $3 super sticker. I love your wow. Those the Grizzly notebooks? Oh my word! Wait, what? Loving your profile picture. Yes, thank you, little Pookie. Leave your DNA on the thumbs up. Exactly. Yeah, yeah, right. Convenient time to have taken a break. Oh boy, what did the boyfriend do for work? Ricky, I don't know if he really did this, but he told the PI that he was a lawyer. So we're gonna go on with that now. When Muhammad hired the PI, he said that his name was Nazar and that he was a lawyer from Montreal. The PI's research then, of course, found that Nazar was his middle name. I mean, to lie to a PI, that's so interesting. Maybe you're like, oh, well, he won't look at me. He will. He'll start there. But anyway, okay, so he told the PI that Elnaz had stolen $100,000 from him, and he wanted to find her to serve her with court papers. He later changed his story. I put that in red because all of us in true crime know, oh, damn, you changed your story? Yeah, that's red flag. As if there aren't enough red flags with this guy. Saying that he was looking for her because his brother had been shot. Mohammed then asked the PI to keep an eye on Elnaz and to let him know if she was ever traveling to Montreal, implying that she was dangerous. Kind of like, just keep an eye on her. And if you see her heading to Montreal, you'll let me know immediately. Like, okay. Kojakaru said that he and his investigators didn't do anything other than watch Hajtamiri and that he was unaware of any link to criminal activity. Apparently, you can, of course, legally just watch someone. A PI can do that. What's up, Bill? So nice to see you. Yeah, Stefan, right? Lying to a PI about his name. Red flag number 1. Love my Grizzlies. Yes. Yeah, exactly. The kidnappers could have waited. They could have waited for the PI to leave. They could have. All right. So we continue on. When the PI found out that Elnaz was abducted, he reported him to the police, and then that's how he got charged with criminal harassment. Just in case you wonder, how did the criminal harassment come about 9 days after she was abducted? It's because the PI reported him. Mohammed's family bailed him out, apparently $5,000 apiece, times 2 family members. His release conditions were that he was not allowed to contact Elnaz. But by then, I mean, they didn't even know where she was. Look at this guy. Okay, sources tell CBC News that Lilo had been to Hajtamiri's Richmond Hill residence many times and was also familiar with the Wasaga beach home, having stayed there at least one night when the couple were dating. Kojikaru, the PI, said that he conducted surveillance at both the Richmond Hill condo and later at the Wasaga beach home for a couple of days before she was kidnapped. What I find interesting is that, of course, she was living at the Wasaga beach place already for a number of weeks. 3 weeks later, she was abducted. So why are they conducting surveillance at Richmond Hill if she'd already moved out and they knew that? You know what I mean? Wow, that felt like deja vu. I don't know why. Okay, Belle of Amherst, thank you so much for your $2.99 super sticker. Thank you for supporting the channel. All right. Yes, the monsters are now bed is a loyal grizzly. Yay! Mob crew. Mob crew in the house. Okay. It's weird, right? And look at him. He does look very jealous. I'm just saying. I'm going to take this banner off for a second. Some people say they get kind of like, I don't know, dizzy or something if I play it the whole time. I'll put it on again just now. Note, the only time that Elnaz left the Wasaga Beach home was to retrieve her car. So she was so scared she just stayed in the house, but then she had to go and get her car, computer, and phone from the police. On January 10th, 2 days later, she was abducted. Oh my word. Ontario Provincial Police, so OPP, are yet to name any suspects or charge anyone with the abduction and do not know where Elnaz is. They fear for her safety and are concerned that she may have even been taken out of the country. Police are now searching for Harshdeep Binner, who was arrested in Edmonton in March, along with 2 other Ontario men for the theft of dozens of Ford F-150 pickup trucks in that city. A spokesperson for Edmonton Police told CBC News that the courts had released Binner pending a future court date. Oh, my word. They even had him. The second guy they're looking for, they had him for a bit. Police believe that the same people involved in the assault were either involved in the abduction or could identify those responsible. We have at least 5 different people responsible directly for these crimes, said Graham. Despite the number of people involved, we have received no information that would provide us with a definite link as to where the investigation should be headed. Thank you so much, Caroline, for your 99-cent super sticker and for being a member and a patron. I really, really appreciate your support. This we don't know, but they suspect that maybe. That's the thing. Out of the country might be that, yes. Yeah, these people are hectic all the way around. She was not safe, right? Susan B., welcome to membership. I hope you enjoy all the content. I need a few more members to launch some new emojis, by the way, guys. If you guys are wondering, where are some more emojis? Yes, it depends on how many members I have, how many emojis you can have. Just so you know, that's still pending, okay? I know you guys wanted a Fury one, I think you said. Okay, so, wow. I mean, to think that they say we have at least 5 different people responsible directly for these crimes, and despite the number of people involved, we have received no information that would provide us with I say definite, but it's probably definitive link, right? As to where the investigation should be headed. What? Yeah, a hectic. I think I used to have a hectic emoji. But yes, guys, if you are a member or a patron, especially on Patreon, send me a message there and let me know what emojis you would like. And if you like the color scheme of them here, if you want me to change it up again soon. So hashtag bring Elnaz home is the hashtag to use. I mean, she's absolutely stunning. Look at these pictures. They're so beautiful. And I really hope that she is alive and well. I fear for her safety. As the police said, these guys sound like terrible dudes. But let's continue to share her case. Hashtag bring Elnaz home. Her mother is absolutely distraught. She's done some interviews and I can see they translate them because they're not done in... I don't think she speaks English from what I could gather. But it's terrible to think that these 3 men just showed up, dragged her out barefoot in the snow, chucked her watch, chucked her phone, and drove off in an SUV. And there must be cameras around there. There must be in that area. Wasaga Beach, if you saw anything. Sorry, my hair is just stuck here. Okay, so do you have any information? So I don't need to put this number in the scroll now. Do you have any information? You can call 1-866-876-5423, extension 7250. If you're in the area, please screenshot this so it's easy to find or follow them on social media. Crime Stoppers, 1-800-222-TIPS. Or there's even a website where you can submit an anonymous tip at www.1-800-222-TIPS.com. Yes. This is it. Bring Elnaz home. You can follow here. This is the family account of Elnaz Tamiri. She was abducted on January 12th, 2022 at 8:30 p.m. by 3 black men dressed in police gear but not uniforms. They've also got a GoFundMe, which I put in the description box, which is here. They've raised $4,908. And they say it's been over 3 months since Elnaz's abduction. The family wants to put up missing persons billboards in Ontario, Canada. The OPP said 37-year-old Elnaz Hajtamiri was taken from her home on January 12, 2022 at 8:30 p.m. by 3 armed black men dressed in police gear but not actual uniforms who claimed to be there to place her under arrest. OPP say the suspects are 3 black men who fled in a white SUV. Police say the men are considered armed and dangerous and are concerned for the woman's safety. Elnaz Hajtamiri is a beautiful young professional abducted from a relative's home in Wasaga Beach North at Trailwood Place. So if you're in that area, you know what to do. On January 12th, it's been over 3 months and the police still do not know her whereabouts. But I just want to show you guys so you can see what we're dealing with. If you go, she lived in Richmond Hill, and that's where she was attacked with a frying pan. And then Trailwood Place is kind of where she was staying in this area, Wasaga Beach. Trailwood Place. So if you live anywhere in this area, any Canadians in the house? Please continue to share. Hashtag bring Elnaz home. This is the number and everything that you can call. I've also put it in the description box as well as a link to the GoFundMe. So for instance, if you were going to buy the missing persons case awareness merch, possibly we could maybe select this case and help with those billboards. Just even, I know it will be a small donation. I'm just like one creator here with a small-ish community, but we do our best, and maybe we could make a donation or two, to these families in need. Absolutely in need.